And now to the latest on the Jodi Arias sentencing retrial. There may finally be an end in sight as the defense rested their case today. Mike Watkis live at Superior Court with more. Mike?
Yeah, Heather, it was a very busy day here at Superior Court with Jodi Arias' defense team resting their case. Prosecutor Juan Martinez beginning the presentation of his case, and Jodi Arias telling the judge that she's not getting back on the stand in open court.
Jodi Arias got up and said that she will not be testifying anymore, but she would like to. She's not able to.
4 months into Jodi Arias' retrial today, Arias' defense team rested its case, but not before Judge Sherry Stevens asked the convicted killer whether Arias intended to continue her secret testimony that she had begun in late October. Arias said she'd like to, but can't, because of a higher court's ruling that she would have to do so in open court.
What she gained by doing that is that Juan Martinez now does not have a chance to cross-examine her, and I think that's a big win for her. She gets to be in front of the jury, she gets to get humanized, and she doesn't have to put up with cross-examination. So I think that was a big win for her today.
But for his part, Prosecutor Juan Martinez not objecting and telling Judge Sherry Stevens that he would not move to strike Arias' 2 days of secret testimony before the jury.
The interesting factor is Juan Martinez didn't move to strike any of that testimony, so he must feel it's not hurting his case, and he's leaving it in front of the jury.
Then this afternoon, Prosecutor Martinez began the presentation of his case, first calling a male acquaintance of Arias who told jurors he had once had a kissing and fondling session with Arias at a time when she was beginning her relationship with Travis Alexander.
They're going to get into the fact that she's sexually promiscuous and that she isn't faithful, is with a bunch of different men, and they're going to try to bring all that in to get the jury not to like her, because the only way they're going to get her put to death is if the jury doesn't like her.
Yeah, and late this afternoon, Prosecutor Martinez called a former girlfriend of Travis Alexander to the stand. A defense expert had told the jurors earlier that Travis Alexander had physically assaulted this young woman, but on the stand, that young woman said that wasn't true. That young woman expected to be back on the witness stand tomorrow. And we're going to have more on this very busy day in court coming up at 6. At Superior Court, Mike Watkis, 3TV.
After more than 3 months since the retrial began for convicted killer Jodi Arias, there could be an end in sight. Today, the defense rested in the case. Mike Watkis joining us live tonight outside of the courtroom with the new developments tonight at 6. Mike?
Yeah, Brandon, lots of activity here at Superior Court in the stop and start retrial of Jodi Arias, with Arias making it clear she's not getting back on the witness stand in open court. Her defense team then resting its case, and Prosecutor Juan Martinez then launching into the state's case.
They've got to demonize Jodi Arias in order to get a jury to put her to death, and so they got to make her look bad.
With Jodi Arias' defense team resting this morning, Prosecutor Juan Martinez began presentation of the state's case this afternoon. First calling a male acquaintance of Jodi Arias to the stand who told jurors he had once had a kissing and fondling session with Arias while she was dating Travis Alexander.
Supposedly they were making out up against a car, and Juan wants to bring that out to show that Jodi Arias said, she's kind of dating Travis Alexander, but she's up against a car making out.
Martinez began his presentation after Judge Sherry Stevens first asked Arias this morning if she intended to get back on the stand to continue the testimony that she had begun in secret last October. Testimony that because of a ruling by the Arizona Court of Appeals, Arias would now have to give in open court.
Jodi Arias got up and said that she will not be testifying anymore, but she would like to. She's not able to.
Prosecutor Martinez ending the day calling a former girlfriend of Travis Alexander, who a defense expert had said was once physically assaulted by Alexander, but on the stand today, the girlfriend telling jurors that wasn't true. Yeah, and that young woman, Deanna Reed, expected to be back on the stand tomorrow for cross-examination, and of course, we'll continue to monitor. Down at Superior Court, I'm Mike Watkis reporting for 3TV.